and already getting ready to go as PsyKoD not going the Ike, but going the Cloud. And honestly, I like this pick a lot. You have just... I think Cloud, at this point in Ultimate's meta, kind of just as everything Ike wants to do, but better than Ike does.
Yep. And we'll see if he is able to make that work against Zelda here. I don't think I've really seen PsyKoD play the Cloud, so this is going to be a new thing for me as well.
Yeah, the get off me there, off the lightning kick early, but limit online. ZTN knows here that you have to be wary of this and is gonna bait it out with a beautiful shield to find his way through that crosslock. I love his use of these chart phantoms to bait swings, recognizing, hey, I'll take a trade because I've got not only the percent lead, but as early as Cloud back air can kill, right? Lightning kick kills a little sooner.
Yep. And as he's dead. Can't just let that hit you out, right out of shield. Just gonna carry him all the way to the top, the elevator as they call it.
And there is counterplay to that. It's not just true. You can mix your DI, you can mix your SDI. However, Zelda is still able to react. So there are like levels of play and counterplay there where you just can keep them guessing. But PsyKoD not ready for it now, having to try and find a way to take this first stock after 44 of extra credit. Now that limit ticking down, and ZTN just trying to get the limit to go away. PsyKoD forced to pick an option there, and so ZTN just says, yeah, I'll hold shield, wait it out, and now I'll come off ledge.
Yeah, and successfully just gets in with that dash attack, and now resumes control, can safely set up the Phantom as he is going to do on ledge, and actually scoops him, almost getting the kill immediately there.
Yeah,
nice little peck, that should be enough to kill.
I love the attempt there for the lightning kick, but even with that crutch ledge slip, just wasn't able to get the spacing. He's been positioning the sword of the Phantom so well here, right? Yep. Whether it's reaching below ledge to catch out items or reaching above ledge from off stage, right, to catch out an over-aggressive position. It feels like PsyKoD just hasn't been able to lock down yet, even as he takes the first stock, what ZTN's burst range is.
Yeah, he has a lot to figure out as the set goes on, because currently it's kind of a bit of a wash right now, like 2 stocks to 1, a clean stock for KayFlock, only just lost that first one. So I wonder if it's going to be a character switch, or if PsyKoD is in fact dedicated to this Cloud at this point in time.
I think we're gonna see him stick with the Cloud, especially watching this game go on now. Right, this last 30 seconds has been really solid from it. And he's starting to get a better idea of the burst option. Right, he's starting to play inside the range of this Phantom and do a much better job extending his advantage states. Finding better hits, right? They don't lead to as long true combos for Cloud, but what they do is give you a position that Zelda just doesn't have a button to swing out of.
Yep. And yeah, Cloud, already tied it up right back to the same percent as well. I did not expect this to turn around so very quickly, but it has, and now we got Limit on deck as well. Definitely going to be able to do some damage to catch back up. Not really going to be able to secure a kill unless you get something real saucy, but the Phantom will close out, ledge trapping once again, as it has done so well this set so far.
And that's just such a brutal situation to be in, because he got his jump call by the invisible flame there, and so he had to go high. He just opted to try and save his route, go right back to stage, but you can't do that against Zelda because she's able to time the Phantom release to as well as with how big that sword is. Right, he needed to go up special early to ledge, but when you do, it's just like, okay, well, Zelda has an up air the size of Mars, he's got lightning kick, it's terrifying.
Yeah, and it proved to be too much for PsyKoD there, and actually going to be sticking with the Cloud. I believe it does make sense. As you said, it was figuring something out as that second went on, so PsyKoD is going to try to keep it in, try to see if he can carry that extra bit of knowledge that he's gained into this game too.
Yeah, and it's not just into the game too, but like you can see the knowledge already in play from the stage select screen. He's going to Kalos here. He's saying, hey, I want a long stage, I want a big stage, so I survive longer against these lightning kicks, but I also have the room to run away. I have the room to abuse the extra space and the speed the limit lets me have in my burst range. And he's doing a great job, right? Just out-moving ZTN right now, and KayFlock just hasn't had an answer.
Yeah, and that also, the platform's providing an extra answer to dealing with Phantom as he returns to stage. So it's overall a pretty nice counter pick, and we'll see if it works out for him. Currently exactly even as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, I mean, about as close as it can get. Literally exactly 1% separating the two for just a moment before Phantom comes in and cuts that one away. So now ZTN still trying to find the stock. But PsyKoD just so disciplined here with his dash back that ZTN normally will catch you running away, panicking with a lightning kick out of a scramble and just steal a stock.
And
one per game, 1%. And
I do like how he, you know, the first time he had limit, he held onto it, just used the bit of stat ups that it gives him, and then just like didn't let it rip until it actually just got the kill. And that worked out perfectly for him. Got the kill, now racking up a bunch of percent on the second stock of 0-2-0.
Hey, speaking of that lightning kick, right? Yep. There it was. I mentioned before, he'll get at least one set off, force you into a scramble, make you make a mistake, and then just lightning kick you for it.
Yeah, perfect spacing too.
Was so disciplined, but that time, right, he pulled the trigger on one thing and lost the stock for it. So now ZTN right back in the driver's seat. PsyKoD barely able to find a way down. So many clouds will fast fall there, but not PsyKoD. And that discipline that he's gained from years of playing a character like Ike really making a difference for him so far in this game.
Yep. Ike is definitely happy to kind of spend time in the air, and we're seeing him kind of make some use of that same concept here with Cloud.
I think that was the first and last limit blade beam for the set, because it didn't find its mark, but it also didn't hit that Nehru's love that we see KayFlock throwing out time and time again. ZTN, right, by showing the cards to PsyKoD, say, hey, if you throw that projectile, you better be ready for what comes with it.
Yeah. And it was just slightly outspaced, but, you know, he knows, like, oh, right, that is on deck. That is a terrifying thing to deal with.
I'm sorry, but that was, even on Kalos, that was 130 after the A. He survived a charged up smash. Just insane DI from KayFlock out of that lightning kick scramble. And now going to take down throw lightning kick 0-32, two-hit combo. Now keep you racking on, and the coast-to-coast, now the frame trap with as well, just covering so many options. And PsyKoD all of a sudden just feels like he got lost again.
I love that menacing walk back and forth from 0-2-0. It's just like, I am threatening a whole bunch of space, and you don't know what I'm actually going to press here.
And remember that forward air and back air are different buttons, even though they both have that sweet spot that deals just so much damage. And by that pivot, ZTN is threatening, hey, am I going to forward air or am I going to back air? What spacing do you have to account for? What do you need to be ready at any single moment? And where can you walk? Where can you jump? You don't know just yet. And PsyKoD, as a result, it has to sit back and try and camp this out just to get a swing, just to get this limit for the last stock to even have a chance now.
Yeah, and as you said, you know, PsyKoD was spending the whole first game trying to figure out the burst range of Zelda. And now, you know, KayFlock has the opportunity to kind of just mix things up a little bit and obfuscate what that range even is and make things more confusing for PsyKoD.
And that time, a rare mistake from ZTN, as he did that obfuscation, right? Tried to use the Phantom to cover the visibility of his role, but got caught out by the cross slash for his trouble. PsyKoD starting to adapt to some of the tricks and traps, but the question is it enough in this game too? Because while he's causing ZTN's percent decline, so too is his own, and that limit is online now, but 15 seconds. Can he find the hit? If he doesn't, it might just be all too late.
And he does have to use it, and actually going to die regardless. A nice catch, even on the limit Clim hazard. Does not manage to get back to stage, and a beautiful edge guard from KayFlock to seal out game number 2.
Clim hazard comes out. You know, it's not the fastest up special in the game. It's still pretty fast. And to have the confidence to recognize, hey, you actually could still fast fall this and up special it later because limit climb hazard
like that was an
has
early
so much
upbeat.
height. Yeah, he called out the early upbeat, and Zelda does not have the ability to cover all of them. She has to drop, she has to commit and call it out. And he did, with the downside being he just lost the game, right? Like, last stock, last hit scenario, and absolutely no fear from ZTN. If I'm PsyKoD and I just lost that game that way, I'm shaking in my pants. But that's also why I'm a commentator, and he's the one on the verge of making it out of pools.
And it's just one of those situations where it's just like you feel like, okay, I'm safe. I still have my jump. If he stuffs this out somehow, I'll be fine. But then that was just the perfect option that sent him just far enough away. Didn't have to kill, was far enough that Cloud had no option to recover from that point.
And speaking of options, I mean, ZTN just doesn't have a ton here trapped underneath that platform against Cloud, right? That back air just does so much. You have to take a single hit just to get out of dodge, utilize all this floatiness plus the DI just to make it happen, and doing so perfectly, right? Recognizing, hey, I'm caught in the blender, I'm caught in disadvantage. As long as I can play for center stage, right, I can take this, and it's just rage. It's just extra damage. Then I get to come back and do it all again, and my buttons that already don't combo super well just hit even harder.
And now we got Limit back again. Definitely going to be at a point to kill, trying to get that shield down, but does manage to follow up with a dash attack. 0-2-None, which tried to create space, knows he can't really punish that side B, of course, when he had the Limit up. But either way, still going to lose that stock first.
And that was, once again, right, that scramble scenario, KayFlock getting that lightning kick and calling out the dash away, saying, hey, if you had just stood there, you wouldn't have gotten sweet spotted. Instead, sayonara for your troubles. Get off me, call you out with the up smash, and let me book the stock count back to even right now, Improv.
Yeah, it's just brilliant, like, you know, all this time, wasn't really getting, you know, rolls out of PsyKoD, but just knew that as soon as PsyKoD was feeling pressured, wanted to deal, just, you know, get it on through the Phantom and not deal with it, was just ready with that up smash and it was over.
Hold on, just beautiful coverage. I love that sword slash, the up air, just acting on this damage right now, and the lightning kick to boot. You can see ZTN is swinging for this stock like there's no tomorrow, and is going to find interrupting the startup of the up smash there, and just doing such a good job finding every opportunity to stay alive. And even if he can't get fully out of disadvantage, the fact that he's still alive at all right now is a testament to just how well his decision making is.
But sneaking through with yet another dash attack for a kill, getting a stock lead here, something that he's going to need if he wants to, you know, continue on in the set. He's currently up against a 2-0 wall. He's going to have to reverse 3-0 the Zelda in order to move on.
And that's exactly what I was talking about with the counterplay there to that up special that we saw by take that stock in game number 1. This time, PsyKoD finally finding the adjustment to get out, and ZTN having the work cut out for him, finding the teleporter, going just slightly high to avoid the down and get back with the micro spacing. He was just a
still
little
alive.
bit short, but not how.
That is...
I swear ZTN Zelda is like multiple units heavier than every other Zelda. I see him regularly live these, and it just baffles me because he has the perfect DI every single time.
Yeah, incredible DI right to the corner. Going to get the kill as well. Still alive in this game 3. We'll see if he is able to actually bring this back and close it out in order to close out the set.
Huge layer from PsyKoD, swinging into that Phantom at the end and getting second extra hit lag, allowed ZTN to return to center stage. It's gonna prevent PsyKoD once again from getting this ledge trap, although ZTN not able to find a hit. That Climb Hazard gonna do it. Beautiful mix-up. We haven't seen it so far. And PsyKoD there immediately sliding back, getting a little excited to take the game. You can tell he's locked, loaded, and also trying really hard right now against Zelda.
He has to be, and that was a great way to close it out. You know, he definitely felt good about getting that mix up for the kill, and now he's just like, all right, you know, this is definitely winnable. This is something that I can come back from. It has to be a 3-0. There's a lot more work I have to put in, but I showed that I can put in the work to win this matchup.
I was gonna say, this was the stage I expected to see from ZTN, and it's where we're gonna go. Headed, it looks like, to Smashville, although maybe changing around. We did jump back to the character selection.
Was it banned,
No,
perhaps?
we're going back to PS2, yeah. That's probably what it was, because he locked it in, and then you saw PsyKoD go, hey, wait a minute.
Yeah,
and then we jumped back to PS2. Ooh, you want a smaller stage because Cloud just can't get away, and then you have to be terrified. A Phantom that covers platform, ground, and everything in between, plus deal with lightning click so close. Whereas on PS2, it's like, okay, I just need the space. I want to stage control. You might say, well, if you like Smashville, why not Hollow? Hollow Bastion is much larger and has the space of the width of FD, but that low center apply, and it just is too easy for Cloud to juggle you along.
Yeah, and then KayFlock now in the unfortunate situation where the best option is just to go back to the stage that he had lost on.
But he didn't lose by much, and you see already, right, locking in these parries right out of the gate, telling PsyKoD, hey, your timing's predictable, I know it, and I'm willing to just go all in. We are not playing a game 5 right now, and just opening up out of the gate in solid fashion, but once again, getting caught. PsyKoD's positioning really locked in here as the sets moved on, and ZTN all of a sudden just not able to find the openings he did before.
Yeah, I do like, once again, you know, using the limit for, you know, more of that like rage drive power up rather than just like throwing out the limit cross slash or anything like that. He has been making a lot of mileage out of both you know, the stat up and the actual limit breaks. And it's been good to watch to see how he is able to bring this to bear against the Zelda.
Yeah, he's been using the limit mostly for climate hazard because of that sword disjoint and the stats, recognizing that ZTN is really good at calling out the timing for cross slash, and that Blade Beam just doesn't work at all because of Nehru's love, right? Trying to call out a Blade Beam there with limit potentially, trying to come up with Lightning Kick, but PsyKoD saying, hey, your move will kill me here, but mine's disjoint.
Yeah, and now, you know, hard situation for him to get back from, but he is comfortably ahead in the game.
I want to talk about that interaction for just a second, because I don't know if you saw the win box, and no, he had to, because otherwise he was just dead. And PsyKoD now recognizing the spacing of, if you jump in front of Phantom, as he jumps into the Lightning Kick, if you jump in front of Phantom, there's actually a spot where you just get caught by a win box and the sword misses you entirely, and there's another one where Phantom will just pass you by outright. PsyKoD starting to recognize and implement that mid-set must be terrifying for ZTN, because his main tool to create space suddenly is becoming less and less of a potential factor.
Yeah, and Zero Two None has faced Bargo before, so he is familiar with Cloud, and I have to say that, you know, all of those forward airs have to be a familiar scene for him.
He actually has,
so hard to get in against that
online set win against Bargo.
Oh, nice.
From like 2017, but still.
It still counts.
Yeah, like it's old, it's a long time ago, but it still counts, and it's still locked in against one of the current best players in the world and the best Cloud to ever put his hand on the sticks. ZTN, though, one of the best Zeldas to ever do it, and showing you why, as he's trying to find a way to steal the stock away from PsyKoD, who, after going down 2-0, has really come out swinging the last couple games.
Oh, yeah, and still having a little bit of a lead. Oh, my God. The dash attack, once again, that's like 3 this set so far, and just able to sneak through on that Phantom. Sort of like one of those situations where if you just get in before Zelda can get that Phantom going, it's, you know, she can just die for it.
Oh, and I like the back air there, but gonna trap you off the ledge of platform. PsyKoD's positioning immaculate, but the teleport, once again, not gonna be enough here on PS2. Ooh, so incredibly wide, 186 units, and that width is really what is allowing PsyKoD to get these extra miles. Even if it's a Game 5, ZTN needs to find a smaller stage.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And does at least have one more counter pick if this does not go well for him.
Yeah, I love that. Recognizing, hey, you approaching me recognizes you run in. If you initial dash, you're going to get caught by this Phantom coming towards me and get put off stage. And ZTN at 0 there could have comboed that into a down air. It was a beautiful idea to try and cheese away the game. Even though it doesn't find its mark, he still has chances here in spades. He just needs to get past this limit first.
Yeah, such great positioning from PsyKoD there, placing himself just above that range that Lightning Kick can hit, and just getting another back air, just a rinse-repeat sort of situation, continuously pushing Zelda off of the back air. The dash attack not going to be enough to kill. Quite a bit of a liar, that splash screen there, but we'll see if he can get another kill screen this time for real.
Yeah, but it was very close, and now that shield is so low, you have to find the parries, because anything else is going to poke or just break it outright, finding a sour spot that would have put you off stage and potentially on a DI down into that Phantom to close it on out. Instead, ZTN getting pushed to the absolute limit, but still having a chance. Great DI, but now another limit online. This next interaction might just be in. The teleport, he's going to get it.
Oh, it does kill.
How did ZTN find that improv?
That's just the end of the set. I thought we were going for a Game 5. I thought we were going to get a hell of a set. But, man, what a way to close it out. An incredible way. Finding that upbeat just when he needed it. Barely killing off the side. Man, that was just an amazing way to end that set.
So I want you to just watch how he finds this positioning, right? Teleports the ledge, baits you in, you have to swing, auto cancel, and pulls out the shield. Oh, waited just enough time for